Once upon a time, or maybe twice, there was an unearthly paradise called Pepperland.
Come on in. Yeah, come on in. Come on. Come through the library. Head over toward the fire for a few minutes. I got some things to talk to you about. Come on. Sit down. Come in. Relax. It's a nice thing tonight. I got a couple special things tonight planned. I got a couple of special little tour. We're going to have a little tour of my tiny house live facility. And we're going to chat a little bit. I'm going to give you some updates on what's going on in the professor's world. Soon as, I guess we're just about there. Yeah. A nice thing tonight. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, you. Yeah, come on. Come in and sit down. Come in and lay down, for that matter. I got room right there, as you see, as the first demonstration of what I have in my tiny house live world. Right there, front and center, it is my queen-size bed. Right there for my professor, me, myself, and I, all of us. And it's quite a little facility I got between looking around in here. You can see a couple other things in here. I've got my time machine over here in the corner. I have all my ciphers and scripts and things that I work on in here to make my shows happen. I've got a back look here at my time machine. This is it's warming up. I've been using it quite a bit here in the beginning of season 10, but that's not what we are about tonight, my friends. Tonight, I have something fun for you. You, yes, right there, sitting, watching the screen right now on Tiny House Live. This is your professor here, hi, once again in the hills of Petticoat, with you, my friends, here on the YouTube channel, just like always, 8 p.m., right here on the Tiny House Live ViralMediaArt YouTube channel. Doing pretty well. Glad to have your help. Glad to have you in my tiny house. Hey, I got to tell you, this is a show that I've been wanting to do for a while because I've had I spent a lot of time watching tiny living in big houses and things like that, and I'm big on tiny houses. That makes sense. And so I thought, I've got cameras. I could do a little tour. There's a couple reasons why I want to do this. Number one, I think it's interesting. People ask me all the time, because what kind of world is going on in there? It looks like it's getting bigger all the time, and it is in many ways. But there's a lot of ways that make that happen, and that's what I'm going to be showing you tonight. Is some of maybe some of the comforts of my tiny house. Yeah, we're going to step outside of that into that, and we're going to talk a little tech too, because a lot of people ask me, how are you doing all this? How do you get so many cameras, and how do you get all these views of 1 minute you're here and the next minute you're over there, and who knows where you're going next? And sometimes it's just a really big room, and here I am waiting for you. You're on here yet? Are you with me? All right. It doesn't matter if you're here live with me or not. I love it when you are. Feel free to chat up, say hello to me over here on my chat line. You're more than welcome to. But more than that, this is something for you after the fact too. I'm going to use this a little bit for saying you're interested in my studio. You want to see what I'm doing in here. I'm going to be able to send this little video out. It'll be somewhere around a half hour, maybe an hour. I might get lucky. Who knows? I do have a couple special treats for us tonight. By the way, did you know that today is National Walking Day? Get out there and walk. Walk your dog, walk your feet. Just get out there and walk. It's good for you. I walk every day. I average on my job at Oliver's Market probably 10 to 12 miles a day. I figure that's 40, 50 miles a week. That's walking to here to San Francisco. Let's go. Come on. It's National Walking Day. Enjoy yourselves, whatever you do. Even go for a walk when we're done here. It might be kind of nice. Stretch your legs. All right, what else? Birthdays. Muka Resnick, right there, Prairie Sun. Boy, we miss you up here, Muka. Yes, it is Muka's birthday today. I want to wish him well. Amazing, amazing character, and what a blessing in our community. He has always lovely things to say about me, and I'm going to turn it right back around again on you, Muka. Fantastic. The work you have done in this county for decades is just phenomenal. The talent that has come through your facility is amazing. So I'm going to have a whole tribute to you pretty soon. That's what I want to do. I made up my mind on that spot right there. That's what I want to do. I'm going to do a Muka tribute. But that's not tonight. I just want to wish you a happy birthday. And it is Robin Zickel's birthday. Robin Zickel, I took a tour once with well, it's Kevin Setchko, Bodie's schedule now, who also appeared in this show tonight, believe it or not. And it was, we went on with the Crystal Wind, and Robin was the drummer on my first tour that I ever went on. I forget what year it was. It was so long ago. Happy birthday, Robin Zickel. Love you, brother. Keep on drumming. Do that thing you do. Let's see. What else do I have up here in the front of my head? Well, I am going to take a little live tour. Darn, I had my iPad already, and I was going to run around the room with my iPad, but it didn't seem to want to connect with me. It did all night last night when I was working with it. Tonight, I'll make do. That's right. God knows I've got enough cameras around me. We're gonna pan into the kitchen. I'm going to show you a little thing. Matter of fact, I might make up some of my habanero honey. Yeah, that's what I'm doing these days. Tequila habanero honey. I've got a couple of video clips of making some cock and bull drinks that I like to make. There's one of these included in this. I might even show you my secret bacon jam recipe. These are all shorts, really fun. I'm actually preparing a few shorts to go out into the world. And yeah, that's some of them right there. And oh my goodness. Oh, I've got upcoming shows I want to talk to you about. Excuse me, folks. And a possible tribute that I'm going to be doing. I guess I have a lot of things planned for a very short amount of time. Glad to have you with me. My goodness, I guess this unofficial beer is working for me tonight. The Island Beats from Lagunitas, unofficially sponsored as always. Good stuff. Anybody over here in the tread yet? Nobody on the trail yet? That's okay. That's all right. There's just a couple people watching. And you know, this is for you then, just for you. You get a peek inside my tiny house live facility, and this is part of it. You can look around and say, okay, well, you sure got a lot of steampunk equipment in there, Professor. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do with all those things involved in your world? Well, I'll tell you. Part of it for me, it's making things happen just like this. Just like this. And I want to tell you, first up is one of my announcements on Tiny House Live tonight. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this tonight. As you know, I'm in my 10th season now, this being the 5th episode in my 10th season. We had a Levi Lloyd tribute. We had a Ronnie Montrose tribute. We've been doing a lot of tributes, and I'm actually going to make a little announcement. I'm thinking about pulling back from doing every single Wednesday. As you can imagine, I am extremely busy as I'm working an almost full-time job now. And going on to the summer coming up, I got some video projects I'm really interested in doing. One of them being is with AZDZ, my friends Bagel and oh my God, Monroe at the Phoenix Theater. So I'm going to be doing a nice filming of AZDZ. I need some rock and roll kids, and that's where I'm going to find it with my friends Tom Gaffey at the Phoenix Theater and all my friends in AZDZ. That's sometime in May. So I'm looking forward to diving into that project for sure. And that's a live one for me. And I'll be filming it, and you will be seeing the results right here on Tiny House Live. And another thing I'm working on coming up is hopefully, we haven't scheduled it out, we're just in the midst of talking about it, but I'm working on a way to do a quadraphonic sound effects samples for my friends Pete Floyd. And I think it'll probably be at the Mystic, no doubt. Yeah, 4-round surround sound effects at the old theater herself. The Mystic Theater with my friends Pete Floyd. We haven't worked out the date yet on that, but we're talking about it. I'm surely glad to do that with them. I had so much fun last time. So that's a really fun thing for me coming up. That's a really fun thing for me coming up. 2 good shows. Rock shows too, baby. So keep in mind, you can feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to start looking at some outside projects coming up as we move into the summer. And there's some places. There are some places. I swear there are. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I've talked about the quad show. I've got actually a demonstration tonight of a llama, our Louie, the mayor of Pepperland, being hypnotized. That's an amazing fun thing right there. Bodhi Setchko is going to hypnotize a llama. These are things you will see tonight. I think I'm going to show you a really quick, fast SoCo rock tribute video I put together with an Electric Toys song, just to make us all think about rock and roll in our county and what it means to us. So I'll be able to actually come back and thank some people who I know. I wonder if that's a good way to start. I don't really have a plan tonight. I just laid out all this stuff in front of me and said, whatever happens in front of me tonight is gonna be what happens around me. And should we rock and roll first? Maybe we will. And then I'll think about taking us into the kitchen in a few minutes, pour myself a beer. We'll check out my kitchen, and I'll show you some things I've got in there. And then when we come back after the song, I'll show you camera-wise what's going on in my world. I can do quite a bit with what I've got. I was going to go remote with my iPad, but, you know, I don't know. Not worried about it. Lots of things to show you. Let's do this. So let's do this for a second. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's time to do... yeah, let's just go straight to a rock tribute. Let's go. Here, I'm shoving straight out to us, just like that.
With
Here
all
comes.
of my heart that it is a contributing
Just like
factor
that.
to our juvenile delinquency of today. I 100% believe it. Why I believe that is because I know how it feels when you sing it. I know what it does to you. And I know the evil feeling that you feel when you sing it. I know the lost position that you get into in the beat. Well, if you talk to the average teenager of today and you ask them what it is about rock and roll music that they like, and the first thing they'll say is the beat, the beat, the beat.
Electric energy. Electric energy. Life is all so strange to me, so strange to you. I think you all agree. But no one knows the reason why. The reason no one knows is no one tries. Have to be electric, but we like to be. You may think we're nothing special, but you're only electric energy. Electric energy. Electric energy. Electric energy. Electric energy.
Electric Energy, Electric Toys, right there. Phil Holden, Tony Stouffer, all kinds of good things going on right there in that video. I want to throw out my deep love and appreciation for a few names that come to mind who've had so much to do with helping build my tiny house. And that would be my good dear friend Tony Stouffer. We've done so much work together building the history of Sonoma County. Check out the Facebook group. It's amazing, and I'm glad to be part of it and contribute. I want to throw huge thanks out there to Donovan Stark. Donovan Stark, my brother, of course, you came in Christmas time, blew the doors off the internet. He may have broke it with now 15,000 views of our video. That's amazing. And outtakes from Snakebite and a couple of Christmas songs. You rock, Donovan Stark. Of course you do. And how can I not feel a big hug and a big love out there to my buddy Eric Martin for his contribution to Tiny House. 3 visits with your professor. He took 3 visits with your professor. That's a lot. That's a lot. And he's healthy for it. He's out there running around the world. Someday we'll grab him and bring him back in here when he's homebound. He's out there traveling, man. Stay safe, travel fast, be well. Do what you do, man. I love it. Mr. Big, back out on the road, I hear. We'll be talking more about that too. All right, so there you go. Big loves to the Sonoma County scene. God, there were so many bands in that video I threw together really quickly. I want to tell you, I've got a stack of glossies and black and white glossies from the era of the 80s and 90s, given to me by Scott Goree, of course, from Magnolias, who gave me all the photos off of the walls at Magnolias. I have so much documentation from the rock bands that played there. I think we featured a little bit of it when I had Scott on the show. Oh, I guess it was in season 8. But I think I want to go back and do a little more in-depth look into the rock bands of Sonoma County and see what we can do from there. All right, slow down here, Professor. Let's slow down here. All right, come on. I'm going too fast. I'm in no hurry. I told myself tonight, you know what, Professor? You tend to rush through these shows. You really do. And I'm thinking, put on your Tibetan bell. Put on that Tibetan bell. Sit back for a second. I want to sip on a little. Who's me? Oh, hello, Ari. People dropping in. Hey, there you are, Robert Boyd, too, sitting there with Paul Riley, no doubt, bending their elbows. I think these 2 jokers need to come in here again. That's what's going to happen. You'll see what happens just by you having those beers tonight and practicing like good musicians. I have something for you, boys, you jokers. All right, that being said, well, there we go. Where are we going next, Professor? I might need to. I got a whole bunch laid out. Like I said, I have no plan whatsoever. That's why I went straight to maybe it's time to see a llama get hypnotized. You ready for this? All right, I'll take that as a yes. I like the bell on that. By the way, where are we tonight? Tiny House Live. Sure we are. Tiny House Live. Right here. Every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m. Although, I'm going to reiterate myself just for a quick second. I'm not going to be every Wednesday for a little while. I'm going to lay back a little bit. I'm going to start. You will know when I'm doing something. It will always be on Wednesday at 8 o'clock, that I promise you. I still have interviews coming up. I will tell you that the hardest part about this job is not the green lights over my head. It's not the multi-images around me. It's not the sound samples, and it's not the music, and it's not all the videos and the editing and all the things I got to do to make this tiny house look bigger. It's actually getting people lined up to come in here, arranging timelines. That's a hell of a lot of work. It's booking, kids. It's booking. And no matter how you book, it all looks like this. It all looks like this on the walls until you can make it happen. All the notes, all the timings, all the coordination of people coming and going. And, it's been hard to actually get this show started this season because everybody seems to be busy getting back out there doing their live things, which I'm more than glad to see. So, I figured it might be a nice little time for me to lay back and maybe a tiny house every other Wednesday, maybe one a month. I don't know, but I want my work here to be really special. And I really am trying to work towards monetizing my YouTube site. And if you didn't notice, by the way, one of the things I've now added to my live site, which really does help me, believe it or not, is you can buy me a cup of coffee. Right at the top of the list of the troll over here with the chat line, you'll see a list right there for buy me a cup of coffee. And when you do, I appreciate it. I do love coffee, and the coffee motivates me. It keeps me busy in here and helps me keep my act together. Helps me look legitimate. Helps me be more than a fake professor with a D.O.P.E. degree. That's a degree of personal experience to you, by the way. So that being said, yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff coming up, and I'm just living life, living the dream. There you go. And I see you saw some of those. You recognize some of those. Robert's out there. Boyd is with me tonight, and I think Paul's out there with him. Good. All right, what have I got for you next? I'm just kind of, oh, wait a minute, hold on here. Once again, I'll have a beer with you guys. Cheers. Cheers, mates. Hold your glasses up. Boyd. Paul. You out there, RE? Hold your glasses up. Cheers, Sonoma County. Cheers. Hey, Alex. Cheers, brother. Cheers. Is that Alex Garcia? I don't know. I know a couple Alexes. All right. But I digress. I think I need to do one thing. I need to play you a video so I can go pour myself a beer. When I come back, we're gonna move a camera around. I'm gonna show you a couple things in my tiny house world that nobody ever gets a chance to see. You know why? Because I rarely point a camera at them. It's true. I've got things over here and here and here and here and pieces of history over here and all kinds of stuff that you typically don't even know about. Because I don't point a camera at them. Well, I'm going to do that in just a minute when I come back. What I need to do first of all is, but where do we want to go? I already played my rock. All right. I think it's a lovely time for. No, I don't want to do the llama yet. We're going to hold off the llama. I think it's time for the bacon jam. No, let's make a drink. Since we're having drinks, we're drinking toast. I'm going to teach you a drink. You boys ready? I'm going to teach you how to make a cocky lemon sailor. A cocky lemon sailor. All right, you ready for this? All right, then we'll come back. I'm going to point my camera some directions. I'm going to tell you some stories, show you some things, and I'm just wondering if I had Paul's neck to his guitar. Check with Paul right there. Would you ask him, does he have his neck to his guitar? Did I bring that back to him, I hope? The one that was signed at the Mystic Theater. You guys think about that. I'm going to play a video about making a cocky lemon sailor. We'll be right back. And I'm going to pour myself a beer. And we'll carry on. All right? Carry on. There you go. Cocky lemon sailor coming your way. Yes. Tiny House Live.
Yes, my friends. Right here in the Tiny House Kitchen, or Studio K, as I like to call it. I need a little work on my lighting. I threw this together at the last minute just because I wanted to really share something fun with you. As you know, I've been doing some fun cooking segments. My Bacon Jam. Bacon Jam's now legendary in song and story. You can find it on my ViralMediaArt YouTube channel, where you're watching this right now. And it's kind of all part of a new little thing I'm doing called, Tiny House Cooks. There you go. Or maybe the Professor Cooks. I'd like to know what you think. But I also am a mixologist. Yes, my friends, I've made a living in bars, not behind bars, but in front of bars. In a good way. I mean, lots of nightclubs and that in my experience. So to be able to take some of the famous things, favorite things that I've developed for the working man and things like that. And tonight I thought I'd share one with you because I have a fun recipe that I love to do. And it's only going to take a second and we'll get right back to what we're doing. I'll be taking you on some more musical trips in there and we'll chat a bit more and I'll go back and look at the board and see what you think about my Meyer Lemon Cock and Bull Sailor Jerry. I need a name for it. That's what I really want to ask you folks. So here's the ingredients that are going in this drink tonight. And I'm going to make it for you right now. First of all, okay, I got this for you. Here, check this out. Now watch this. Here we go. Let's get right in there. All right. Over here, you take a lemon right there, squeeze it all over in this nice little tray right here, this nice little dish right there. It's yellow too, which is a big color for me. Now you take your nice out of the freezer, your glass. You do that. Yes, my friends, you put the lemon juice all over the rim right there. Perfect. Now, my friends, now you don't have to do this, but I kind of actually like to. I like to take a little bit of sugar around the edge of the rim. You could do salt. It's actually not a bad idea to try maybe a Himalayan sea salt or something like that. But then you just basically take that and touch it all around there so you get a nice little helping of sugar around the rim, you know. Once again, salt's a possibility too. The thing of sweet and sour, what we're putting together here. So there you go. Nice little sugary rim. Look at that right there. That's a beautiful thing to start with. All right. Next ingredient coming up. You're going to love this right here. Meyer Lemon Sherbet. You know, there's a lot of variations on this. I like the tart of Meyer. I like the idea of pineapple as well. This right here is the Meyer. Put it right there in the glass just like that. Have some just to make sure it tastes good. It certainly does. Now. You find your favorite shot glass, measure out an ounce. An ounce, my friends, of Sailor Jerry spiced rum. There you see, Sailor Jerry's spiced rum. By the way, Sailor Jerry's famous for all the tattoos and the flash. That's why she's on there. And it's a great spiced rum. It really is. So you take a good, in this case, an ounce, because you're going to do a half and half. Half Sailor Jerry.
And I'll tell you the other ingredient in a second. I'm not trying to pour this in there. Something magic happens when you put alcohol and ice cream together. It keeps the ice cream from melting. And ultimately, that's how I discovered this, because I was trying to find ice cubes that would work. Okay, the second ingredient you add to this right here is, it's amazing. It's an amazing drink. If you haven't tried Cock and Bull, it's basically what they use to make the Russian, the Moscow Mule. Fantastic. It's one of the best ginger beers out there, in my opinion. So right there, we're going to do about a half and half. I could measure it, but I kind of know. Half the time I don't measure. It's like any recipe for me. All right, put that over there. Add the Cock and Bull on top of that. Now, see what's starting to happen? Look at it. You got the fizzy going on now. They gel together really nice. No need to stir it. Over here, you take your lemon. Grate up a little lemon there just to make it look right. Once again, this is a barista. This is a mixologist approach. All right, now you got nice little shavings, tart. Right, put that on top of there. I'm looking better. I'm going to bring it right over here. Put it under the camera. You're going to see as close as I can get it for you tonight. And that's really darn close. Now, look, it lasts forever. It keeps the drink nice and cold because for some reason the alcohol continues to keep the ice cream from melting. Fantastic drink. I will lift it to my lips and have a sip right now to prove it to you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a crazy combination of it's almost like a little sweet tart. It's got obviously the sweet around the rim. It's got the sweet coming from the ice cream. At the same time, it's got the tang and tart. Oh, you know what you can do, and don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. You can even do this right here. You can go back and say, hey, you know what? Boom, Professor. Lemon juice on top of that. Darn right, because tart. It's just tart. Nothing wrong with being tart. There's probably a lot of tarts out there. Oh my God, Professor. Have another one of those. No, I'm serious. All right. Now I'm ready. I don't know what I'm ready for, but we're gonna head back into a. Well done here. I do still have bacon jam. Once again, bacon jam still continues to live in my kitchen. It's my last container. I put it on some Tim McKee sourdough bread, handmade for me, and was the most amazing combination. Interesting little view in here. I haven't really looked at this before. I'm kind of in a new place trying to do some things in here, so let's go back in my other laboratory and we'll pursue other endeavors, won't you? Yes, the Cocky Lemon Sailor. A Cocky Lemon Sailor. What a great drink, too. What a great drink. By the way, the guests on my show that night helped me vet with that name. I asked all the people watching the show that night when I did that show, which was, I guess, just November, December, somewhere like that. And they helped me. Yes, they did. They helped me. They helped me name that drink. Cocky Lemon Sailor. How's that? And I've got a bacon jam coming up for you. Bacon jam. I'm thinking about making some more, too. And I'm going to go in the kitchen before too long, and I'm going to mix up some tequila, habanero, lemon, honey. Real quick, real easy. Put it aside. I'll have some for later. Pour myself another beer. But before I do that, let's talk. Let's talk here something. Let's pan around this room a little bit, because I'm always in the middle of this place, and people don't get really the chance to see a lot of it. So we're going to switch modes here. Yeah, let's do this. Where are we? Tiny house blog. Tiny house. That's right. Tiny House Live. That's right. It's Tiny House Live, and it's your opportunity right now, my friends, to get a little look around my world. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I hardly ever do this. I've wanted to stand up and do this show for the longest time. And I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to walk us around. We're going to take a quick look. And actually, what I'm going to show you first of all is what hangs as my bed post, my bed frame. You may be able to see it right here, but I'm going to come in close on it and show you. This right here, my friends, is a pedal board, bass pedal board from a 1952 or 1953 Hammond organ. And that would be Mike Emerson, who's out there playing keyboard still, I believe, with Tommy Castro. I got it from Mike, it's probably been 6 years ago. It was going to go to e-waste, and I said, you can't do that. Let me do something special with it. I know you'll like it. And so I turned it into a bedpost. And if you look really carefully right there, you'll see that basically the sign right there that says, I have flying monkeys, and I'm not afraid to use them. So there you go. That's one item that I'm really, really pleased about having. It makes a wonderful, wonderful addition above my bed. As you can see, I have a lot of room in here. I really do. I really do. I love having a queen size bed. And, wait a minute. Who's that? Oh, here's somebody that you can meet right now. This character has flown all over the place. As you know, each year I do my video presentation called The Dark Side of Oz. And starring in that dark side of, I'm trying to close in on with that light one. There's my flying monkey right there. That flying he's hard to see. He's hiding in there. That flying monkey, he's amazing. Every time the monkeys flew in The Wizard of Oz, he was thrown around the room. He's taken probably 10 different trips with me around the sun and the moon, out at all the ones I did at the Mystic Theater and all that. The flying monkey right there. He's an amazing character. God, I love him too. He's been with me for quite a while. Got a nice little umbrella up above my bed right there, just in case it rains. You never know. You never know. Oh, here's an interesting thing too, right here, up above everything. See that big metal strip right there? Who knows what... There's Oz, too. You can see I have collectibles from, The Wizard of Oz, from all over the place. Anybody know what that big piece of architectural metal is? I'm looking over here to see if anyone wants to make a guess. Who's calling me a cocky professor? Yes, my friends, that right there is the what do I say? The window frame of a 1939 Model A. That's right. Look at it now. Don't you see the windshield would be right below it, right? I love architectural stuff, and that's an amazing little piece. And with one of my remote cameras right below it, we'll get into talking tech in a little bit. We'll get back to him because there's some interesting things I want to touch bases on too. But for the moment, we're looking at all the artifacts that have come in through my life. And here's quite a few right here, all grouped into this one little grouping. Merman posters. Yes, I was the house engineer, the tour engineer for the Merman for, I guess it was like 2008 to 2010 or 11, something like that. 3 years. Did a national tour and a bunch of local stuff all around through the city. San Francisco, the Fillmore, all the Great American Music Hall, Warfield, all those fantastic spots. I met him at the end of the beginning, Gitati. It all starts at the end of the beginning of Gitati for me and the Merman. Great tour, great band, 3-piece psychedelic surf rock. Check them out sometime when you get a chance. You'll dig them. They're awesome. Now you see that big. I'll tell you what it is. It's a lens, and it's a lens for a giant camera. Do you know where that lens for that giant camera would belong? Well, I do. That's the lens off the projector from the Mystic Theater. They pulled the projectors out of there shortly before I left, shortly after I left. And I took that one with me because somebody stole the other one, and I took it with me, and I said, you know what? This is my retirement trophy for working 16 years at the Mystic Theater. It'll probably get back there eventually. I think the gear is all gone now, especially since things are changing everywhere. All right, so yeah, that right there is an amazing little piece of collectible stuff. This one here is going to be really hard to see, but you can see the giraffe. You see that giraffe right there? You know who's inside that giraffe? My mom. That's right, my mom. Inside that giraffe, my wonderful brother Gary, when she passed away and she was cremated, he put her ashes in that giraffe because giraffes were her animal guide, and sent me that giraffe. He brought it to me, and I treasure that giraffe, much like I do the little shoe that's right to the bottom of his feet, right below there. See, that little shoe belonged to my dad. There's so many little collectibles in this place. It's really hard to not think about all the things that I know and love while I'm in here. I want to spin this camera around for a second, give you another little view on another area, some special things for me, especially ones that I'm really enjoying these days with hey, I'm wireless here. Let me move around here. Yeah, I get to move around tonight. This is kind of fun. I never get to do this. Yeah. All right, hold on a second. We'll tune into what I want to show you, because I want to show you a piece of history, electronics history for sure. I mean, some people know about this, some people don't know about this. This right here is what we call the rangefinder. And the rangefinder. Let me pull it in so you can see what it looks like over here. There he is. Yeah, the rangefinder was built somewhere around in the mid 70s, early 70s. And it was an amazing piece of gear. The story goes that this was made in Berkeley. I'll mention Losses Palas as one of the founders of the Chefs of Heaven that I worked with for so long, and Ari Komarada, who chimed in just a few minutes ago, was one of the people with me with early Chefs of Heaven. This synthesizer is a modular synthesizer long before they ever had keyboards attached. You patch corded it together like with telephone patch bays, with oscillators and envelopes and filters and amplifiers until it squeaked, squawked, whirled, and whined, and made an amazing sound. You had to program it. You had to have patience. But at the same time, it was really an amazing piece of instrument equipment to have during that era. I'm really glad to keep it up on my wall. It inspires me. It lives to this day. It lives to this day in my tiny house. And let me tell you, don't ever let them tell you that DVDs are dead or CDs are dead. No way, my friends. Every archive, I have so many boxes of CDs and DVDs. They will live for hundreds of years in my world. My children, grandchildren, and the children of my grandchildren's children will be able to play these CDs and DVDs long after that flash drive has died, long after your hard drive is given up. They will be able to play CDs and DVDs. I archive everything there, and for just that reason. All right, that's kind of a cool little thing right there, right? Oh, I guess I can't really zoom in on that, but there's a great picture up here with the Cardiff Reefers. I gotta mention them. Darn right I did. The Merman. Let me see if I can just kind of pull in on this and make this possible. Is that right? Well, little girls. Hang on a second here. Oh, I'm on that camera. Oh, there we are. Where am I here? Oh, goodness, I can't get this up to work. I'm looking backwards at the same time. Either way, folks, yeah, there's so much wonderful stuff in here for me. It's hard to it's hard to turn around is what it is. All right, one more time over here. We're going to spin around this way, look real quick. We're going to talk a little bit of tech, and then we're going to go into the kitchen. I'm getting thirsty. Maybe we should go in the kitchen first. Let's do that. Hold on a second. I'm going to shift gears. I'm going to go in and pour myself a drink in just a minute because I'm thirsty. So while we're setting up for that, and hang with me, we're just gonna go in this other room together. I'm gonna show you my kitchen here in my tiny house, and we'll kind of pick up from where we're leaving off over there. All right, you with me? You with me? I'm sure you're with me. Come on, here we go. Here we go. Gotta swap my headphones. Put on the ones in the other room. Oh, by the way, I told my friend I would mention that these headphones, by the way, because he wanted a pair of studio headphones, are my Sony's. They're MDR's 7506s, industry standard. Can't beat them. You got to do them. You got to do them. You got that? You got that? All right. Here we go. Hello. There you are. Can you see me now? Let me double check, make sure I'm up all right in my other world. No, you see I'm not. Hang on a second here. All right. Here I am. Here I am. Yes, it's time for me to, I'm thinking, I'm thirsty. I got a nice little place here in my tiny house. 12 by 15, it's 12 feet by 15. Lengthwise here, it's 15, it's 12 widthwise. I've got everything I need in here. I've got a nice Ninja oven over here that works so well for doing everything I need to be making when I'm cooking. I can cook a turkey in that. I've got a one burner up here that can come down here when I'm cooking. I got my toaster. I've got a George Foreman grill, a crock pot, and a big old wok. I'm all set. No, over on the other side over here, I got a triple refrigerator. Two of them stacked on top of each other, so I get more fridge for the bang, for the bucks. And behind you, God, I showed you if I would have had my iPad up, but basically behind me, I've got all my microphone stands. It's kind of my work area, my shop area in my house when you walk in. Once again, I'm 12 by 15, so that's just kind of one thing I want to show you here. Let's see, a lot of the herbs and spices. I have a friend who's a Persian chef, and he left me all kinds of Persian spices, bless his heart. I've been collecting things for quite a while. You can see everything I need right in front of me. I've been making a wonderful habanero. Here's a quick recipe for you. I'm just going to run it by you, and you can think about it. I'll make this later. I've been giving away batches of this. You buy a bottle of Hornitos tequila. Plata. Nice, clear, clean. You take it and you put 3 habaneros in that bottle. Stuff it in there. Take a lime or lemon. Stuff it in there. Put the cap back on. Let it sit for about a week. Just a week. And then you end up with this infusion. It is so hot you cannot drink it. It's like drinking liquid habanero. But you take this wonderful infusion and mix it with a really good quality raw honey. Ah, yes, you see where I'm going? And then you end up with a really wonderful spicy habanero tequila hot honey. Great. You can imagine what you can do with this condiment. You can put it as simple as in a cup of tea, or you could, oh gosh, you could grill chicken, pork ribs, pork. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking about putting on some popcorn. All right, where's my beer? I've got one right over here. Hang on while I walk right next to you right here. It's a nice little tiny world I've got. Never have to go too far when you live in a tiny house. Everything is always kind of right there at hand, you know what I mean? I don't think I could ever go back to a full-size house. I don't miss the hallways. I don't miss the hallways at all. No, I don't. No, I don't. I have to put my mic down while I pour this beer. All right, you ready for this? Sounds good, right? This looks like a beer commercial. What are you drinking tonight, Professor? Well, I'll tell you. Unofficially, I'm drinking the Lagunitas Island Beats Man. Island Beats Man. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted, but I'm not going to. Put a little of that in there. They have an amazing thing. All right, anything else I want to show you in this kitchen? You know, it's not that big, but I've got everything I need in this little world. You know, I cook. I cook in this place too. You can ask my friends. I make good things in this tiny world. I've got well, I guess I could pan this way just to show you where, because you got clothes, right? Everybody's got clothes. You got to do something with the clothes. So I've actually put all of mine in a what we'll call an armoire from IKEA. You know, and you got to have a good coat rack, right? That's right. That's right. And I've got a great piece of tech. Maybe no, I'm going to save that for in here. We're going to get into tech in just a minute. I want to grab my beer I just poured. Anything else I need to think about in here? I don't think so. I've got everything I needed. You guys are with me. Thank you for joining me on this little tour. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I got so many tiny little. I got a drone up here that my brother gave me that I haven't started using yet. I could bring a drone out there to a show and hover it above the band. That'd be an awesome thing to do. All right, I'm going to step back in here, which means I'm going to have to switch my headphones and head out of Studio K into what we'll call the main, you know, my main studio. I don't know what to call it. It's my tiny house studio. As you can see, it's half tiny house and studio and half living facility. People say, you live here too? And I go, yes, of course I live here too. It's an amazing place to live. Darn right it is. I wake up in the morning and I say, well, do I want to... All right. Turn my own mic off. All right. Turn my own mic off. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's get back to where we were. That was just a little kitchen tour. I wanted to point out a couple things. You know, people ask, people want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. You know, where are we at here? Well, let's see. Before I show you anything else, we talk tech, because I do want to talk a little tech in this too tonight. I need to show you a llama being hypnotized. I mean, I know you probably didn't think tonight you were going to see a llama being hypnotized, but it happens. It happens in my world, and it's a blessing. I want to tell you, in this property I live on, we refer to as Pepperland. Cheers, Pepperland. We had a llama named Louie. We had 2 goats, Heidi and Yoda, and 3 sheep, and still about a dozen chickens. But unfortunately, the gang is all gone other than the chickens. So this is a nice little memory for me as well. Louie, if you've ever known a llama personally, or even had the luxury or benefit of living with one like I have, amazing animal. And I introduced Louie to my doppelganger. I say my doppelganger because Bodhi Sechko was born on March 9th, 1953, just like me. Oh my God, we both turned 70. How in the world did that happen, Bodie? Either way, Bodie, he came over to do his show in here with me, and I said, listen, before you do your show, we need to go meet Llama. You need to go meet Louie. You need to get his approval. And so he took his large instrument out there and played for Louie, and it was just amazing. So I have this for you, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little tech and see where we go from there. Where's Louie? Where is he? There he is. All right, Bodie Setchko, Louie the Llama. It's hypnotize time. Kitty. Tiny House Cat. Appearance by Tiny House Cat. How could he not make it on this particular Tiny House live show? I'm trying to kind of coordinate all the things that make my little world special, and the Tiny House Cat is the only cat I can have in my world at this moment. So he is my main cat. That's what I'm telling you. Tiny House Cat. THC. THC's the man. The man. All right, we're doing all right here. You guys all right? You having fun? I mean, I'm glad to have you over here. I see Paul, Boyd, anybody else popping up? Alex, great to have you. I know there's some other people over here I see. I hope you enjoyed Louie. Louie the Llama being hypnotized by Bodie Setchko. Check him out, too. He does Sacred Journeys, a great soundscaping environmental thing that Bodie does. Amazing character. Amazing. One of the amazing characters in my life. Just like this room around me, I'm just amazed at the things that have collected me and followed me in my lifetime. You know, it's a blessing, and so I try to hang on to those kind of things in my life. All right, what have I got left for you here tonight? I'm having a fun time pulling this together for you. I'm going to reiterate and let you know that as much fun as I am having when I do these things don't happen automatically. And I put a lot of thought and a lot of brain work into this and a lot of preparation. Sometimes days ahead, and typically when I'm working a 4-day schedule, and then it gives me 3 days off, 1 day to do this show, and it gives me 1 day to pull something together, and I've been doing this now for 5 years. That's once a week. If you add that all up, my friends, I don't know the math, but I only know that's a hell of a lot of shows that we've done together in this tiny house world. And I just want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for joining me on this little tiny house voyage. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to be a little more exclusive about what I'm doing. I got some live projects, as I mentioned, coming up that I want to go out and do, and I'll be showing the results of that here. Matter of fact, the live shows I do will probably turn into a live show here as an after effect, which is a really fun thing to do. Go out with Pete Floyd or go out with AZDZ and bring the guys back in here after the show, show some clips, show some of from the show, and talk about it. So those are the things that I'm kind of pursuing, as opposed to trying to dream up some sort of concept to have fun with you every single Wednesday night, which I do incredibly enjoy. And it's when they work great. And believe me, I go back and I watch these too right afterwards, and I have so much fun. I really do. I watch all these back. Hello, Lady Sky. There you are. There's my lady. There she is. Awesome. People check in on the show when it's live. I love you. I love you for doing it. It's really fun to look over and see that you're with me. I appreciate it. Finally coming back for artists. Yes, I appreciate that. Finally, life coming back for. It's true. It's true. And in that fact, I'm going to get out there and join them. See, I started Tiny House Live as we had the fires in Northern California. And we all had to shelter, and we couldn't leave for a while. And I thought, well, I couldn't do my shows at the Redwood Cafe because we were sheltering because of the fires. So I thought, instead of me bringing my gear to the Redwood Cafe, why don't I just invite people here to visit me? So I started doing private recording sessions, and I did one with Karen Shook. And Karen Shook and I had a wonderful time. You've seen some of the results there. And we were looking at each other while doing a recording session. She goes, it's so much fun being in this tiny house. And I said, yes, let's go live. And she goes, Tiny House Live. And I said, that's it. That's it. So thank you once again for the 100th time, Karen Shook. It's a great little title for me. It kind of sums up everything we do here in my tiny world. And there are no limits to what I do in this tiny world. It's getting bigger every day. The more I work on it, the more it expands and the more fun I have with it. So, that being said, I'm looking forward to doing a whole lot more with you in the year coming up. Darn right I am. In the meantime, like I said, I'm going to be laying back a little bit. I will be letting you know, please do something for me. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe to the ViralMediaArt channel, YouTube channel. Give me the thumbs up. Remember to hit that little notification bell so it set it to all. So when I do go live, you'll know whether you want to join me live or no. You can watch me later. It'll be there for you. It won't interrupt your lifestyle. It'll just here I am waiting for you, and that's what we do. And it all brings me much closer to being a legitimate fake professor. So that being said, all right. You know what? I think it's time that I at least wrap up our show with I was going to tell you a little bit about my Dark Side of Oz, and then I'll find you. No, I hate to back up when I make a decision on air, but I'm going to. I'm going to play you my recipe for my bacon jam, because I wanted this down anyway. You're going to want this. We're going to run through the summer. We're going to get into the holidays. You're going to go, wait a minute, what was the professor's bacon jam? And I cook. And by the way, Gina De Laurentiis from the Food Network loved this clip, sent me a letter. We talked back and forth a little bit. She offered me some help and some encouragement, which she certainly did encourage me. And I thought, maybe I should continue doing some more food-oriented kind of segments. It's really fun to do. Multi-cameras in the kitchen, as you saw in there, and being able to prepare something like bacon jam, my bacon jam. So let's do what I call my bacon jam short, and then we'll come back. And then I think I got a couple things I wanted to point out gear-wise. We'll do that when I come back. There's no rush. I'm having a good time tonight. I'm just relaxing with you. I've finished up my, there we go. Got my little cocky lemon sailor going. I need a lemon sailor tonight. All right, here we go. Bacon jam, write this recipe down. You're going to want this. I know you are. You're going to want this.
Two American scientists are lost in the swirling maze of past and future ages during the first experiments on America's greatest and most secret project, the Time Tunnel.
I do cook better with music. I do cook better with music. I love Christmas music. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But you know, give me a little vibe like this and a glass of Old Vine Zin, and I'll cook you up something special. Darn right I will. And that's what we are doing here. Spending the next few minutes with me. You can see right there, I've got my bacon. Look, I only wish you could smell it. I only wish you could smell it because it's the smell-o-vision, folks. You've heard that. Okay, so I've got my bacon already crispy, good to go, because that's the longest thing to take. You want to get it to where it's just starting to get crispy. You don't want to get it wimpy. You want to get it nice and full flavored, and then you don't drain it. No, 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 my friends. You add what I would like to say is the Holy Trinity, at least in my personal book, onions to this mix. You got onions and bacon. I'll leave you in a second to guess what the third element is, the tri-element in my trinity. But for me, my friends, part of it is bacon. Now I want to show you something. I don't have a lot of tricks in my kitchen. I really don't. I really don't. Matter of fact, let me show you what I've got over here already that I'll add to my ingredients. Hang on a second. Let me do something here. Let's do this. Let's get right in there. Let's get right in there. Let me show you what's going on. There it is. All right, man. Now I've got 2 onions already diced up carefully, and I'm going to show you. Darn, I had my where'd it go? Oh, over here. I got you. I got my ground. I saved this one here for you to show you my one trick element that I use in my kitchen. I don't have a lot of gadgets. I really don't. I don't believe in gadgets. Give me a good sharp knife and a creative mind, and I'm good to go. But I have found this one invaluable. And this is for chopping things in a really clean, symmetrical, and sometimes I just want to be symmetrical, and that's what this does so well. It gives me the same slice on my onions, and I use it for peppers and stuff like that too. But you just give it one of these. Boom! Take out your aggressions. You do that for those 2 onions, and you are going to be all set with all kinds of goodness, ready to chop. Look at that, all chopped, good to go. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Yeah, there's a couple little ones that hang out. Sometimes you got to readjust your world. It's all right. It's all right. So what are you going to do? I know. You're going to add these onions right there into that bacon. There we go. There we go. All right, all right, we're moving along. You with me? You with me? Can you hear this? Oh man, bacon sizzling and jazz. Can that get any better? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Should we have a little reality check here back with me and say what? Say what? Say what? There's nothing better. There's nothing better than, well, I love it. Bacon and onions and all that mixed together in one happy world. Look at that. It's got the crispy bacons already in there. I want to add some liquid to it pretty soon just so I can get those things so the crispies add to all the onions as they start to melt together. And that's what this recipe is all about, by the way, my bacon jam. Yes, gear. It takes gear. It takes lots of gear to do what I do in here. What kind of gear? Why would you want to use this kind of gear? Well, let me explain a couple things to you, just so you understand the technical side for a minute of what my tiny house live does, and then we'll get back and we'll talk a bit more on some other levels. But right now, I need to at least get some of my brainiac concepts into this video so people can understand what it is that I've been trying to do in my tiny world, because I get engineers in here. Hello there, you see it? Yeah, nice. I like this now. Hold on. There we go. Hey, you over here. Yeah, we're going to talk tech for a minute, because I've got some things in my little world that enable me to do a lot of stuff. Now, some people say, Professor, why so many monitors? Are you like just showing off with all these monitors? I'm saying no. It's not a matter of showing. Each monitor I have in here has a unique purpose. And I will tell you, first of all, that the one that's over here above my bed right here. All right, let me get back in here now. Hold on. There we go. The one here at the foot of my bed is just my regular TV, watching TV. I watch TV. I like to watch TV. There's all kinds of good stuff on TV. Although I do watch, there's a lot of bad stuff on TV too, so I do watch a lot of YouTube, which is my idea of TV. That's why I create for YouTube. I am a digital content creator for YouTube. How's that? So that right there is just kind of at the foot of my bed. You know, I can lay back and kind of dig the TV and enjoy my day. But over here is where the magic starts to happen, right? No, okay, Professor. Why the extra monitor over there? What's the monitor doing up on top? Well, if you look on the bottom corner over here, I need a pointing stick. Hang on, I got one. There it is. It's the Professor's cane, right here. Right here. Now, if you see right here, I've got this little. It says Tiny House Live, Professor, right here. That's my Sling Broadcasting Hub. That's the Sling Broadcasting Hub. That is the heart of my entire system here in Tiny House Live. It goes directly to my iPad, which controls the multi-cameras that I can control in my tiny house world. Tonight, I've got 5 cameras up. I can do a 5-camera plus an iPad plus a phone. I can do up to 10 cameras in my tiny house world, or any live world for that matter, if I choose to. So this monitor that you see right here is actually the monitor that is connected directly out of the HDMI from that. This is my closest video to reality. As you might suspect, in my world, there's all kinds of time lags because of satellite transmissions and all of that Wi-Fi and all of that HDMI talk. So each monitor in here is at a different little time frame. That's why you'll see things looking like they're out of sync sometimes, because, well, they do. They have to go all the way to the satellite. They have to come all the way back again. So yeah, of course they're going to be a little out of sync, and that's the thing to balance in this tiny world, is how all that works. So that right there. Now, of course, the mixer right below it is pretty darn simple. It's nothing fancy. It's a very simple Soundcraft EPM12. It's not digital. It's all analog. It's got knobs, kids. Knobs. You can spin knobs on it. It's very simple. That being said, it's quick, fast, and easy. I don't need anything digital in there. I've been an audio engineer for 40 years. I can turn a knob quicker than I can program. So that's why I choose to use that. I've got a smaller EPM8 that I take out for smaller things too. So I've got two boards that I can use. The monitors you see on each side of that board right there are actually the playback for my video playback for my guests when we're in here. It plays back the sound of the audio of the videos that I'm playing, so that we can hear that and it doesn't go out on air. So that's very cool. You probably can't see the Wi-Fi back there for my my Shure wireless mic. That helps me, obviously, because I can walk around with it. Very, very cool. All right, as we go down my rack, because there's a couple interesting things in here. There is, of course, if you see the red lights going on that one compressor right there on the right top, that's my compressors. I've got 4 lines of analog compression, so I can deal with any loud volumes, instruments, whatever that come through my world. And that's what that is there for. Individually handling with knobs, everything I need from compression to hushing and stuff like that. It's great. It's a great little unit. Love them. I got 4 of them. I use them mainly for vocals, occasionally an instrument or 2. Below that, you see my DVD player. I've got one of the great Sony DVD players. It's fantastic. It does everything. Totally a pro unit. I use it all the time. It's a mainstay. It's what's playing my video as we speak right now over here in my video playback world. Yeah, that one right there. So that's what's keeping that busy over there. And then I put a camera on that, and I run that image into my show as well. You'll see the blue unit there with number 9. Number 9. That's my Lexicon, and the Lexicon, the MX300. Fantastic reverb unit. Adds a little bit of reverb to my sound. Reverb is sexy. That's why we use that. I use that also on instruments when they come in. There's a lot going on in this little world to make it sound like there's nothing happening in here. So that being said, and if you actually go all the way to the top here for a quick second, you'll see that I actually have a green screen. You see that chroma key green screen up there that I pull down? It covers up my windows and actually turns my windows into green screens, which makes it look like anything in the world could be happening out my windows. That's why I have those there. All right, let me go this way. Really fun little corner of my room, center of my universe, right there with my Dell computer processing. I use the Vega Studio. Excuse me. the Vegas Premiere Studio. It's fantastic. I've used it for ages now as far as my video capture and my editing. What you see right now up is just the live video that we're running right now, and the chat troll going on the right. It's pretty much the same real time that you guys are involved in with me right now. That's right. And above him is Skinny. You see I'm going to zoom in on Skinny because he deserves some credit. He deserves some credit. Hang on a second. Let's get in there. Skinny, come on, man. I liberated Skinny's the skeleton right behind the flickering lamp, which is actually LED candles. They look like they're flickering candles. Skinny actually lived on top of the PA stacks at the Mystic Theater for at least 10 years. You may remember him. You remember seeing two skeletons up on top of each of the PA stacks at the Mystic Theater. That was Skinny's home away from home. And a couple of the guys, one of them was signed by Mac Rebenek, Dr. John. And he lives now with me here in my tiny house. I took him with me, and his little friend next to him is his son. So he tells me. All right, let's go down. Well, we talked the computer. Did I tell you what software? Yes, I did. Sure, I did. I use all kinds of stuff, obviously. And by the way, all these things are connected all through my ViralMediaArt YouTube channel. So feel free to, please subscribe to that, hit the notification bell, set it to all, and join me. All kinds of good things happen in my ViralMediaArt world on YouTube. Music videos, syncs, live videos, creations, outtakes. I've been creating all kinds of outtakes from shows. Look at that multi-dimensional world right there. How many views are in there? Let's just pan a little bit further down over here. Yes. Where would I be without my Roland Octopad? Right here. I'm sorry, that's my Alesis Octopad. It's a strike pad. It does all kinds of stuff. Watch this. Where are we?
Tiny house. Live.
Where?
Tiny house. Live.
There you go.
House. Live.
That's right. That's my Alesis Strike Pad. Fantastic unit. It helps me control time and space. That's a wonderful thing in my world. Alesis Strike Pad, what a wonderful thing. It's actually my musical instrument these days. That's as far as controlling time and space goes in my world. All right, we're moving around. Yeah, we are moving around still. We've got my Dell laptop computer over here. The Dell itself does a fantastic job because the Dell computer over here plays all my videos. As you can see right there is the video sitting parked from my Bacon Jam video that we just watched. It ended, so it's sitting there waiting for me. I merely switch my cameras back and forth between what images I want to be showing at what time, and that's the result of the player right there that allows me to play my videos back for you. It is merely nothing more than a Dell laptop video player. That's right. All right, and what's over here? What? My beer? Oh, that's right. Hang on a second. I am thirsty too. Now that I've pointed it out, doesn't it look good? Doesn't it look good? Hang on. There you go. Thank you, Lagunitas. Unofficially. No, officially, thank you anyway. This monitor over here, this is the duplicate of the monitor that's over here. Now, why do you say, Professor? Why would you have two monitors? This one here and this one over here? Well, I can tell you for a very good reason. It's because I need to be in two different places at once. And how can you be in two places at once? HDMI splitters, my friends. This way I can turn around, I can face the audience. This way I can see my chat troll while I'm talking to you. And that's super important because you got to be able to see. You can't keep spinning around. You got to talk. And as I roam around this way, keep going. Yes, there's more. It's like a 360-degree angle room in here. Here's two key pieces right here of my gear. Number one, right there, my iPad, which controls from my Sling Studio. And as you can see, I can switch all my camera angles around from there. I can take it back out into, I'm going to just be able to show you exactly what I'm doing right there. Look at this. You can see me operating it. Now I'm over here. Hello. We can go right back to, what image do we have over here? Switching around. All at a touch of a finger. There's my cold beer making me thirsty again. All right. And when we get back over here to the whole iPad switcher, it's a matter of being able to switch between all these 4 different cameras that I've got up right now. I've got a few more that I can pull up. They're sitting parked reserved. This is my preview, so I can look at something up here to see what I want to show before I do it. And then when I'm ready, I pull it in, I park, I bring it down, and I show it to you. That right there is really the basics of my system. Now, next to it, and we're almost done here, is my Canon XA11. The Canon XA11 is my audio processor. It's HDMI. Everything I'm doing goes through this camera. My seated position is through this camera. All my audio runs out of this into my mixing board, from the mixing board into my sling, so I can record and broadcast. It's the key piece of my equipment. I've got one of the XA11s. I've got two of the G40s, which is what I've been using for my other things in here. So two G40s and one XA11, and then I've got my two Sony cams. Man, let's just pull this around and bring that Sony cam in, because we're getting close to being done here with my tech world. I'm trying to get the bulk of my stuff in here. There it is. Yeah, this right here is my Sony's, the Sony FD3000s. Much better than a GoPro. Better lenses, better handling, better sysop, better lenses. I already said that. They're so good I had to say it twice. What you see on the right, that's the camera itself. Sitting next to it is what we call a cam link. The cam link is the connector between the camera itself, HDMI, to my Tiny House Live hub that I showed you. All wireless. What you see parked right next to that little cam link is a 9-hour power supply and a clip. So basically, I've got 3 hours of power on the camera and the cam link themselves, plus another 9 hours on that battery pack, giving me 12 hours of battery power time. I can place that anywhere on stage or in a corner of a room, anywhere, walk away from it, hopefully not forget it, and I get all the signals just exactly as I should. So it's an amazing piece of gear right there that I've kind of worked on. I did come up with some idea. I'm trying to figure out how I can show you this. I've got one that I got to show you. I'm not gonna be able to get to it. That's too far away. I have a tower too, a tower of one of these that basically gets that same camera and configuration up above the audience's heads. So when I want to be able to shoot a video outdoors or something like that, it's very easy for me to be able to point that in that direction above the audience's heads, and then it's easy. I'm always being blocked by people, right? Oh, there it is. There's my steampunk lab. All right. Oh, did I show you my? Oh, hang on a second. That's not all. I forgot one of my main ingredients right down here for my live shows. Here it comes. There it is. It's the Epson HD 1080 projector. I've also got a 15 by 12 video screen that goes up so I can project. I'll be using this for my Dark Side of Oz show, hopefully coming up in August of this year. If I haven't told you too much about that yet, you'll be hearing more about my Dark Side of Oz. That'll probably be a show in itself, talking about all the nuances of that urban legend, the mother of all sinks. I'll be telling you more about her. And where am I going to do it? I'm investigating a few places for my performance this year. Maybe the Big Easy, maybe the California Theater. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, wait a minute. I can show you this right here. I got it right here. All right. There is one more thing I can show you while I've got you. This right here is my remote tower. Let's see if I can pull this in. It's a little hard to see, but you can see that basically this is the same FD3000 camera on top, power packs. It's on a pole that will actually reach 9 feet into the air, straight up above the audience's heads, so I can go over the audience, and it's all on a huge tripod. So that's a great useful piece for me, especially over behind a drummer. I used it with Sean England. It's a good example with Pete Floyd there at the Phoenix Theater. So I'll probably be using that again. All right. Where am I here? Hang on, let's pan back around my little Tiny House Live room. There's my bed. I'll be in it soon. I'll be in there soon. Yes, I will. All right. Okay. Let's zoom back in here. Go back into another reality. There you go. Yeah, that reality. All right. Okay. Hey. Thanks for indulging me on that. It's important. Actually, it's important for my insurance too, because I figured, well, what better way to have an insurance cover policy? And I do have great renter's insurance and equipment insurance. This way, basically, I can always go back and refer to this video and say, see, look, this is all this gear that I have that I use in case something ever happens to us up here in the tiny house world. Anything can happen, my friends. Take care of yourselves. Be extra safe and all that. That almost sounds like a goodbye, isn't it? And we're all oh, Tammy Bell. Hello, Tammy. Great to see you. You're never too late. That's just it. You're never late. You're never late in a tiny house. It's just good to see you. Although I can't see you, you can see me. Either way, I'm glad you're here. And although I'm just kind of almost wrapping it up here, yep, I was aiming for 9 to 9:15, and that's where I'm at. You got my recipe for bacon jam. What else do I have over here? Anything else I'm forgetting? Let's see here. Nah, that's all right. I don't need that. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it. I've gone through most of the stuff that I really wanted to show you. I'm sorry, Tammy. But either way, once again, Tiny House Live is here. I'm going to reiterate for one more time that all my visits to my Tiny House Live, I'm so glad to have you in this tonight, just to be here with me in my little world. It makes me feel more at home knowing that you've been in my home now. I feel like you've been here with me. And that just makes me feel more comfortable. I hope you feel more comfortable about being here now that you've seen my tiny house world. It almost looks like this in Christmas time. I do a lot of decorating Christmas. You think this could be it? This could be it. Looks like my house at Christmas time right there, but it's not. It's not. All right, my friends. Where am I? What do I got to do left? Not much more, man. I've kind of gone down my list. I wished happy birthday to Muka, and I wished happy birthday to Robin. And it's National Walking Day. When we're done here, go for a walk. Get up and go for a walk. That's what I'm telling you. I think I might. I'm going to wander around outside at night, and just hang out or do something. I don't know. Either way, thank you so much. Not just for tonight, but I want to put out a big thanks to you for all of you, because there's so many friends here, and there's so many people who I know and love. I appreciate the fact that you give me some time. You check in, whether it's live or when you check in later. A lot of people cash in later and they say, "Hey, look what's going on in this place," and I appreciate that too. You're all fun to be with, and you inspire me. And what the meme I put up yesterday was, oh God, it was a good one too. Eat, sleep, create, repeat. Eat, sleep, create, repeat. That's what I've been doing for years in my little tiny house. So I'm so glad to have you. But damn you, you still haven't gotten over 500 miles, have you? I had to take that down. Basically, they hit me with a copyright. Said no, you can't play that. And I said, well, too bad. I love the mileage thing you put up though, Tammy. It shows where the band walked. Kind of forgot their names. Oh well, it's all right. Either way, I'm digressing. Where are we? Tiny House Live. Tiny House Live. That's right. Tiny House Live, wishing you the best of everything that could possibly happen to you, my friends. Once again, I love you. I appreciate you for being here with me, sharing your time, sharing your energies with me, your professor. The Proclaimers. That's right. All right. You take care of yourself. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. If you haven't already subscribed, please do hit the notification bell, select it to all. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're doing. You can always reach me. You can reach me any old time at my Facebook at facebook.com/tinyhouselive. That's my personal page and message posts. Make sure that you get into the Facebook group too for the Tiny House Live, which is a lot of fun. Let's see if I can do this one. It's Tiny House Live /groups. There you go. And you have a great week, lady. Darn right. And Tammy as well. Let's be creative. Eat, sleep, create, and repeat. Eat, sleep, create, repeat. Tiny House Live. Tiny House Live. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Here comes the storm. Uh-oh. All right. Bye, everybody. Take care of yourself. Love you. Love you. Oh, it's like Dorothy's house. It's